Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Looks like the stage may be being set once again for another large-scale wind event across the Central Plains. We're over here at the Ghost 16, starting to see some activity move from west to east. We're going to come back and take a look at some of the potential wind conditions here in just a moment that could be in place for the next several days. Also over here at spaceweather.com, we have some weather in space to talk about, a possible geomagnetic storm event on Christmas. Multiple M-class solar flares this week have hurled at least 2 CMEs towards the Earth. NOAA forecast models predict glancing blows on December 23rd and the 25th. The impacts, albeit small, could produce a G1 class geomagnetic storm, which could produce auroras in the high latitudes. And we also have a comet to talk about. Comet Leonard has been in the skies now for several days, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger as it gets closer and closer to the sun. We'll be able to take a look at it here in a few days on the SOHO LASCO C3 instrument. It should be quite a spectacle, but we'll have to wait and see. Photo here taken by Michael Jager on December 21st of 2021, and you can see the tail of the comet has grown exponentially. Once again, we're waiting on this to appear on the SOHO LASCO C3 instrument. We'll take a closer look at the comet when it gets closer to the sun. But once again, possible geomagnetic storms brewing for not only tonight, but tomorrow night as well. And coming over here to the Space Weather Prediction Center, you can see the CME, or at least one of the CMEs that's en route. Right there's when it left the sun, and it should make contact with the Earth right there on the 23rd, late on the 23rd, and then another round actually on Christmas Day on the 25th. I also wanted to mention some earthquakes that were way out of bounds. Multiple earthquakes in Kentucky. This one here, a 2.6 coming in at 11 miles deep. That occurred last night during the overnight hours at 3:29 a.m. We talked about the 2.4 in south central Illinois a few days ago, and then on the 21st, there was a 3.1 magnitude in central Alabama. Not quite sure what's going on there. That's showing that was a surface earthquake. There's no depth with that earthquake. That was near Maplesville, Alabama, once again on the 21st of December. 3.1 magnitude earthquake, and you can see the quakes there in the Ohio River Valley. They just look out of place. You don't normally see earthquakes in that part of the country. I want to take you guys now over to the website. Quick look at the Schumann resonance. You can see the background noise continues. More than likely that can be associated to the recent uptick in solar activity. There's been multiple M-class solar flares that are Earth-directed that we talked about earlier, and those CMEs will be making contact with the Earth shields over the next 48 hours. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. All in all, pretty quiet. A little bit of magma intrusion scattered around the caldera. Some earthquake activity over here in the northwestern quadrant, but for the most part, pretty quiet. I wanted to show you guys what the power outage map looks like right now over at poweroutage.us. And this is December 23rd, and right now there are no major power outages anywhere across the country. More than likely, looking at the upcoming weather forecast, over the next few days, those power outages could increase, and it looks like to me the stage is being set for another round of high winds moving across the Central Plains over the next 72 to 96 hours. And you can see the weather system starting to move in across the Rockies. I want to show you guys over here at ventusky.com just how large this wind field is. This is today. In fact, it's right now. The yellow and orange you see here on the map are high winds, and you can see it covers multiple states, practically every state west of the Mississippi. Unbelievably large system that, again, like we saw a few days ago, is going to move across the Central Plains. Right now, I've got the map configured for December 23rd, right around 2 p.m. That's later on today. And you can see in the Denver area, around Longmont, Boulder, near Loveland, wind gusts in the mid-60s, and a wide area of wind gusts in the 40s and 50 miles per hour. What I mean by a wide area, I mean multiple states. We're going to step it forward 24 hours, go to tomorrow on Christmas Eve, and you can see the wind field is increasing in strength, and not only strength, but it's covering a larger area. Winds down in New Mexico now of hurricane force, 79, 80 miles per hour, some saying 86 mile an hour gusts. That would be tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. Step it forward to Christmas Day, and you can see the wind field is still there, just not quite as strong. Wind gusts gusts of anywhere from 50 to 60 mile an hour. Once again, spanning multiple states, and this is 2 o'clock p.m. on Christmas Day. Step it forward another day to the 26th, and once again, you can see the winds have increased in strength. At least that's what the models are suggesting. 94 mile an hour wind gusts in New Mexico on the 26th. Go up around Santa Fe, wind gusts again in the 96 mile an hour range. This is a computer model. It can and will change. I want to show you what these models were suggesting a couple of days ago. I was watching these winds start to reappear on the map. This one here showed 160 mile an hour wind gusts in southeastern Colorado. That has since changed, and the wind field showed much more strength back on the 21st. And here's another screen grab of this same area, Grand Junction, Colorado Springs, Pueblo. You can see a wind gust here of 158 miles per hour. I took this screen grab on the 21st, and this was a 5-day forecast at the time for the 26th of December. This has since changed. But at the time, the models were already detecting the possibility for very high winds in these areas. And here's what the models look like now in those same areas, wind gusts of 91 miles per hour on the 26th. And now that we're getting closer to the 26th, more than likely these models aren't going to change too much. They'll change a little bit, like all weather forecasts do. They can and will change. And you can see it's changed exponentially since I checked it the other day. It went from 160 mile an hour gusts, and now in those same areas it's showing wind gusts of 90 miles an hour. I mean, that is still exceptional. 91 mile an hour down in southern New Mexico and 90 mile an hour in southern Colorado, and covering a wide area in between. So look for yet another high wind event over the next few days, and these high winds are slowly going to move across the Central Plains, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on power outages, as last time there were 11 states that were experiencing major power outages from the high winds that persisted for several days moving across the Central Plains, and it looks like the stage is being set once again for the same type of scenario. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. Photo here sent in by R. Stevens out of Stroud, United Kingdom. Massive roll cloud, looks like 2 roll clouds on top of each other, or some sort of a hybrid shelf cloud spanning for many, many miles. And then here's a lonesome cloud off by itself, looked like a little ship in the sky. Photo here sent in by Sandra out of Alberta, Canada, looked like louvers up in the sky. Photo here sent in by Diana H, looks like a blue moon in the sky. Photo once again sent in by Diana. Awesome photo here by Al out of Eastern Oregon of a fiery orange sky off in the distance behind the mountains. You can see a big shadow beam there, actually a couple spanning up into the sky. Photos here sent in by Shelley out of Winnetka, California, of some very colorful clouds in the proximity of the sun. Look like big colorful rings in the sky, just dominating the skyline in Winnetka, California. Here's yet another photo of the colors spanning across the sky. Looks like some sort of a hybrid rainbow. Photos here sent in by Shannon of a colorful storm. These are unedited, exactly the way I received them. The sky was literally red as this thunderstorm was moving through the area, producing some very intense lightning. Not exactly sure where the video footage and photos are from, but those are incredible. Photos here sent in by Larry S. as he stepped outside for a break. Couldn't help but notice the purple and pink sky dominating the horizon. Photo here sent in by Roxanne out of Fredericksburg, Texas. Big jumbo orange clouds in the sky above Fredericksburg. Photo here sent in by Victoria out of Mount Shasta, California. Couldn't help but notice what looked like a highway in the sky. See that right there? That big stripe in the sky just looks out of place. Everything else looks pretty normal. Then you have what looks like a literal highway in the sky. Great job, guys. Keep the photos coming. Don't forget to order your brand new 2022 Sky Phenomena photo calendar, as we are just days away from 2022. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.